early this time. What's up, guys? Canadian Guy here, and we are back with Crash Bandicoot 1. We're going to be probably finishing it off today. So, some of you who are here might be confused. I did send out a Twitter alert to try to let everybody out know. I also sent out a YouTube post. I did as much as I could. It was either cancel today's stream, which I didn't want to do, or figure out some sort of alternative. And I thought that this would be the better alternative. Instead of canceling, just make it a lot earlier. Basically meaning, essentially, I have a family get-together that I want to get to, and it's at 8 o'clock, and it was either cancel the stream or do it early. And I figured, you know what? It'd be probably better to do it early because it's better than, you know, the alternative. So I figured, you know what? We'll finish off Crash Bandicoot 1. And if we do finish off Crash 1 and there's still lots of time, because we're going to be going until about 7:30, if there's still lots of time left, then what we're going to do is we're going to shift over to Crash Bandicoot 4 and finish off the time that way. So yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's doing swell and well. I'm doing okay. By the way, shout out to the moderators, I gotta say, because I literally came to them at like noon, like 12:30 noon. I was like, hey, hypothetically, what would you guys think if, you know, what would you guys think if I hypothetically streamed at, you know, 4 o'clock today? And you know what they said? Hypothetically, we can be there. Amazing. So thank you guys so much. By the way, how is the volume? Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can hear the game. If one's too quiet or too loud, let me know. We can adjust. $85 billion for what? What? $85 billion for what? Is that, There we go. The volume is great. Perfect. The bar. Oh, yeah. The bar. Yeah, again, if you do want to support the channel, there's a link in the description below. If you want to fix that bar, feel free to do so. I really do hope that there's some sort of celebration for Crash Bandicoot next year. I do. I really do hope that there is something for Crash next year. I just don't see what it could be beyond like crossovers. I'm trying to think, would there be any chance for there to be some sort of announcement? You could get an announcement for a game if something goes into development sometime this year. The big question right now for Crash Bandicoot is not whether or not it would be a good idea to do another game. The question is the who, right? It's the who. Who's gonna do it, right? So, King Guy, will you be playing the brand new upcoming 2026 Bubsy 4D reboot game in the future? Yeah, I plan to. I do plan on trying out Bubsy. I might make another video about Bubsy sooner rather than later. There was a Crash Bandicoot video planned to supposed to come out. Actually, it was supposed to come out today or tomorrow. But unfortunately, so far I have the editor that I went to hire for that job has thus far ghosted me, which I hope that they haven't. I'm a little bit concerned. I know that there was apparently something that happened, but now I haven't heard back from them, so yeah, it might be yeah, I don't know. I hope that I hope they didn't ghost me. I hope that I'm wrong. It just I'm noticing some weird things and yeah. So that crash video that I have set up is going to be delayed until I can either just do it myself, or hire someone else to do it. I don't know. Hey, you know what? Here, I'll openly say this. If there's anybody that wants to edit a video or become an editor for the, or wants to attempt to be an editor for the channel, mayhaps, shoot me a DM, either on Twitter or through my email, CanadianGuy@outlook.com. Because at this point, with your portfolio and what your rates are, because at this point, I'm getting a little bit tired, because I have one editor who, he did a few videos, did a good job on them, but decided that it wasn't for him. Perfectly fine. Then we got attempted of another editor, and so far, they haven't gotten back to me in the past bit, which has me concerned. So at this point, if you're an editor, let me know. So, what do I think about the Crash Bandicoot okay, so if you guys don't know, I haven't reported on the channel because I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss as to what it means, but there was a tweet, or not a tweet, they did change, Crash Bandicoot's Twitter page did change recently. Let me show you guys. Let me show y'all. Crash. There we go. So if we go over to the Crash page, their Twitter profile has been updated to, I don't chase trends, I crash them. And that was it. We didn't even get a post on their anniversary day. We didn't get anything. The only thing that we got was a reply to Lucho's Factory's art of them both holding a cake for their 27th, 29th birthday, and Crash Bandicoot himself says, "Aw, we cute at Spyro the Dragon," and that was the last time. And that was on September 11th. Before that, August 13th was just emojis. August 13th was just that. There's like just these random moments of tweets, and then all of a sudden they update their bio. Now I can't for the life of me remember what the previous bio said. Was it Crash Team Rumble related? I might have to go and look in the Wayback Machine and see if I can find a time before, see if anybody had archived the page after Crash Team Rumble and before that change. Because if they did, we could take a look and see what they had said. If it was like Crash Team Rumble available now and they changed it to that, it might be just them walking away from the Crash Team Rumble. Yeah, they also changed his bio also on other social medias as well. They changed it on YouTube. They changed it everywhere. Hey, Elena, how's it going? So just letting everybody know, we are going to be streaming to about 7:30. It's 4:14 right now at my time, so we're going to be streaming till 7:30. So it's going to be about the same amount of time that we typically stream, just you know, adjusted for time. There we go. Pretty sure it was related to Rumble. If it was, because I thought they shifted it after Rumble had been out for a while. I thought they shifted it and then they shifted it again, but I might be wrong. So I'm not sure. Which, by the way, the other day, it was yesterday, I hopped on to Crash Team Rumble randomly at 2:30 in the afternoon. Okay, that's it. Just 2:30 in the afternoon. Nothing crazy. On a Wednesday. I got into numerous games. Back to back to back to back. Like, really easily got into games. And full lobbies. Complete and total full lobbies. And I was shocked. Oh, shoot. I was shocked that I got in absolutely, like, there was no stream. We didn't announce anything. It was just like, yeah, just, you know, hopped in to see if I could get a game or two. And we got more than a game or two. I was able to play for almost like an hour before I had to go. It wasn't the fact that I wanted to go. I had to go. So Rumble is still, and the craziest part, it wasn't like I was facing nothing but level 500s. There were people that were level 1, there were people level 30, people level 500, 100, like ranges, all, like the levels were all over the place. And I was shocked. Because I was like, okay. You know, because there was the excuse of like, oh, well, you know, you were live streaming, so people... Oh, shoot. So it was kind of just like, I was shocked, genuinely, in a good way, because the Rumble community is still very much alive, and it wasn't like, oh, you know, hey Drad, it wasn't like, oh, it was on a Saturday, or oh, it was you know, 5-6 o'clock after people are done work or whatever. Oh shoot. It was on a 2:30 on a Wednesday afternoon. 2:30 on a Wednesday. Oh, shoot. Which I was vividly impressed. Got him. I still miss. Yeah, I miss Rumble too. I loved, enjoy, adore Rumble. I love Rumble. And here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here, like, there's some people having some, you know, revisionist, having a little bit of revisionist history, like, oh, nobody liked Rumble, nobody wanted to play it. And it's like, no, let's not go there. Like, come on now. Like, you know, there was a dedicated group of people that not only liked Rumble, but enjoyed it and wanted to thoroughly succeed. And I still stand by the fact that Activision lost a whole bunch of money by not just turning around and saying, hey, let's try to make it free to play and see if we can, you know, you know, get a new team to moderate it, get a new team to run it, and just maintain it as free to play for as long as possible and see if we can make a few bucks off of it. And then if it succeeds and they do well enough, then okay, we can, you know, turn around and do it. But they didn't do that. They just said, yeah, if you want to play it, it costs money now. It still costs money, and also we're not going to be supporting it anymore. It's like, what selling point is there to that? You know, like when someone asks me, hey, is it worth to buy Rumble? No. Not right now, at least. And I hate to say that because you're going to start to play it and you're going to encounter problems. You're going to be like, okay, there's nothing to do. You know, the player base. I'm not going to sit here and say the player base is thriving. It's not thriving. It's just, you know, dang it. It's alive, but, you know, I'm just shocked that it's like people are still playing it even like on off times. Hate this level. That's why we have 75 lives. We can afford to burn through, you know, 70 of them. Hang on. Let me just do this. Just again, my question was, why not throw it on free to play? Like, all right, just, you know, fire it. Let's see what happens. All right, let's hire a team, manage it for 6 months. That's not Toys for Bob. Hire a B team, just keep it alive for a few months, experiment with a few things, make it free to play, see what happens. And then, lo and behold, it did or didn't work. Or it's like, oh, it worked. Well, okay, now we can, you know. Dang it. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, we're cheesing it. We're 100% cheesing it. Yeah, Rumble going to PS Plus would have been a nice, like something. I don't think it did it? Did it go to PlayStation Plus? I don't think it did. For a moment I thought it did, but I don't think it did. It Crash Bandicoot 4 did. I know that. I know 4 did. Will we ever get a CTR 2? I mean, I hope so, man. Will it be handled by Beanox? No, I don't think so. Will it be handled by the original director? No, unfortunately not. Thomas Wilson, I don't think would be able to do it. As much as I would love him to be able to come back and do it. Yeah, like, I feel like that there were a whole bunch of ways to try to, like, all right, let's try to breathe some life back into this. Hire a, you know, a secondary team. And, hey. It's like, here, hold this. What if Iron Galaxy works on? Absolutely. I believe I had mentioned that before. I would be open to Iron Galaxy working on it. I mean, it beats it, you know, dying. tough. There we go. Caught me! Bugger. Iron Galaxy is a third-party company. They actually ported, they work a lot with Xbox. They do a lot of PC ports. They actually were the ones to do the new Tony Hawk game, 3+4. They've also did the PC port, I believe, for Spyro Reignited, and I believe the Insane Crash here. I believe Iron Galaxy did that. So they're kind of like, they're a third-party studio that commonly works with Xbox. But the big thing of note too, come on, there we go. The big thing of note is that they took over development for what was it? Not Kill Switch. What was the game? Killer Instinct. I was just like, Kill Switch. No, what is that? No, they took over development for Kill. So what happened was after Killer Instinct was done and they had finished development for it and they moved on, Iron Galaxy came in and continued with releasing content for the game, which I was like, man, that's awesome. There's precedent of that happening. So it would be really cool. It'd be a lot of fun if it was possible that was a thing, right? There we go. I'm excited for the Mario Galaxy movie. I'm really excited for. I really liked the Mario movie. I did. There was a lot of people that were dunking on it. I enjoyed the Mario movie. I did. I just said the one crucial crippling thing was the pacing was not good, and that the movie could have used an extra 15 minutes. Thank you, Amir Kadim, for the very first donation of the stream. 250 euros to Super Chat. Do you think Crush Latina will return in Crash Story? I think, let's say they do a Crash Bandicoot 5, okay? Or another Crash game, whatever you want to call it. Oh, come on. I think that Nina is too beloved to not have some sort of involvement with her, especially after Crash 4. I think Nina is too beloved, both by the devs and by fans, to not have some sort of involvement in some way now. Noah, I'm not going to be able to read every single message that's sent, especially when I'm playing levels like Slippery Climb. There are people that are going to be talking that I'm not going to be able to read, or I'm not going to be able to see. I can't be reading every single message. If there's a specific question that you want that I can't seem to answer, you can wait till Q&R and I can make sure that I'll answer it then. But I'm not going to be, I can't be scrolling back and reading everyone's comments. There's close to around 70 people around here. It's kind of hard, right? There we go. I forgot about the fact that there's such a lack of checkpoints here. It's kind of crazy. Troll steps. Nope. Next one will be. There we go. Back to the start. I forgot that. I just woke up a little while ago bearing. So, hi Toys World. So, I had mentioned earlier, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I have a family event later, right? I have a family event later. It's going on at 8 o'clock, and I thought, okay, do I either cancel the stream or do I do it early? So I figured that it would just be better for me to do it early instead of just flat out canceling it. Whoop, there we go. I can't remember. There's checkpoints in Slippery Climb, right? I can't remember if there is or not. I thought I was pretty sure there was. Or if it's just like one singular checkpoint. Come on. Also, there was a whole bunch of YouTube updates, which I think they mentioned that there's going to be a new way to be able to like have ads on the stream, where instead of having ads that come in and interrupt you, we can just have side ads, and it doesn't like interrupt the stream, which is great. And also, they're adding like simultaneous streams, so I can set the stream up so that I can do it like what we have it now, which is your regular vertical. But we also can do horizontal. But we can now also do vertical streams, where if someone's on their phone and they're just swiping through and then they're watching, I can set it up so that it works on a horizontal way, so people can sit and watch and enjoy that way. So I think that that's really cool as well. And I'm excited to see those updates. And then they have a feature which will kind of like detect like the high hype moments of the stream and then suggest 3 shorts that are like, hey, these shorts might be pretty good. I'm happy to hear that, Carl. I hope that you get the job. So, update on Mum. Things are progressing towards the direction that we want. She has an IV bag right now, or not IV bag, an IV. I'm not sure what they're called. It's not insert. What is it? It's a again. It's not. I'm not sure which what it's called when they start the IV. They just have the tether on there, but it's not attached to the IV, so you can go home. But she takes antibiotics through there now, and that she's been taking an antibiotic every day via the IV for 14 days, or is going to be taking it for 14 days, and it's going to. This treatment has a over 90%. She was reading earlier the facts about it, that it has over a 90% like rate of like clearing up all infection on the first like treatment of 14 days, which is fantastic. Because right now she's dealing with an infection that is causing her a lot of pain. But once the infection is cleared up, then I think we are going to be relatively smooth sailing and just a waiting game for everything to heal back. IV port, that's the way to put it. Yes. That's the right term. IV port. Perfect. I think that is what it's called too, so. Oh no. Gotta wait for that vulture to respawn. So things are getting better. Things are doing a lot better. I'm really happy to see it. And again, we gotta thank all of you guys for your support with her. And we're actually gonna be doing a video before she goes up north for a vacation, thanking everybody. It'll be a quick little video, just, you know, saying, you know, how much it's been of a help and going from there. Spot's been getting me, man. Go. Ugh, finally. Jeez Louise. No, everyone that helped, it's, you know, but she is doing better. Whenever you want to play Rumble, I think it's a good idea that idea of you and 3 more YouTube friends team up against your fans/viewers. Oh boy. That would be, it would require quite a bit of setting up. I know that you're really good, Asher Flame. I know that. I know you are. But it would require a bit of setup that I don't know. It's not a bad idea, I'll tell you that. It's not a bad idea. It's just a matter of, you know, getting everyone's schedules all set up, you know? I'll watch this one. Oh! It's times like that that I wish I had the Crash Bandicoot 4, like that reticle underneath, where it was, you know, where it tells you where you're gonna fall. When I saw that the first time I played Crash 4, I was just like, oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Yes, I love it. Like, ah, crud. Ow. Yeah. I think it's pretty close to malarkey. Watch this malarkey. Gotta wait. Hey, Luca, how's it going? And an Aku Aku. Boy, I have been spoiled. I'm gonna eat Aku here. Shoot. I'm happy to hear that, Luca. Yeah, no, I have a family event going on later on, and I was like, okay, do I either cancel the stream or do I go early? And I figured that it would be better that I go early than cancel it, you know? Ah! Close. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Also letting you guys know, like I said, if we finish the game, we'll probably just shift over to Crash Bandicoot 4 for a little bit to fill up the rest of the time. Shoot. Got it. Thank you, Asher Raccoon. I appreciate that. I want CTR2. Yeah, so do I. I want CTR2. Actually, and I spoke about this before, so I feel comfortable in saying it again. The idea of Sonic Cross Worlds was almost identical, if not identical, to the idea that I had for CTR2 years ago. I did a, here, I'll quickly pull it up because we have the time. I made a video years ago talking about, this is what CTR2 could look like. And I came up with this idea first for, it was called Quantum Races, right? I called it Quantum Races. So here, I want you guys to look at this and tell me. Now, take a look at the date, August 17th, 2021, okay? So there's no BS in here. There's no, he's just, talking out of his, smoking out of his butt. August 17th, 2021. Aku Aku. The next thing that I think would make the game a bit spicier would be the choice of classic races or a brand new mode, Quantum Races. So, classic races would work just the same as normal. You pick a track, you race on it. Simple. But because we are now dealing with consoles that have extremely fast SSDs, levels can load and unload at an extreme rate of speed. So, with this technology, why don't we take a chapter out of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart's book? The race could begin on one track, but as you complete the first lap, a quantum rift opens up and you enter a brand new track. This would make every race different and a lot more diverse. Of course, some tracks are open and great for speed players, while other tracks are a bit complicated and might benefit those who have a bit more control of their kart. So choosing an engine type would require strategy and thought for quantum races. Is that not Sonic Crossworlds. Well, happy birthday, Luca. Is that not the concept of Sonic Crossworlds? Four years ago, I made that video. The second I saw your video, I mean, yeah, we're saying I give you royalties for this idea. I have not played Dragon Ball Genshin Squad. I have not. But, and when I saw that, it's the first thing I thought. I was like, wait a second. Like I know this idea. I know exactly how this game's gonna go. Jay, how's it going? People say, write that down. Write that down. I mean, I kind of felt like that. Hey, Brian Babcock donated $5 to Super Chat. Thank you so much. A CG stream on my birthday? What a good day. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the $5. You are awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And happy birthday, Brian. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay. Lights out. Oh, come on! I was rolling at oh, I thought I went down. I was rolling at a good speed there. I don't know about you guys, but I was rolling pretty good. I thought my pace was going pretty darn good there. Of course, you know, you got rhythm and flow, and then you, right when you mess up, now trying to get back into it is difficult, of course. Almost died again. All the September babies are happening. I missed the platform. Aku! Three? Where was the three? What happened? Wait, there's a secret level up there. I forget. It's been a bit. There's some hidden bug. Yeah, I must obviously missed it. I forget. It's been a long time since I played. It's been a long time since I played Crash 1. Ah! I thought that was going to be a spear, not the spider. Or that was a spider. Or that was a snake. I'm getting my spears, snakes, and spears, snakes, and wait, spears, snake. I'm having a stroke. Hold on. Spears, snakes, and spiders. There we go. Something, you know, something involving the English language was bound to come out of my mouth sometime. Stupid bats! Guano! Collect the whole set. Wonder if everyone knows that movie. Guano. Ah! Dang it! Snakes! Spiders! Now we just need spears. Or death. There's also death. Whee! Do. There's the spears. Spears, spiders, and snakes. The Wumpa fruit, you collect them, you get 100, you get an extra life. Hit the boxes, get all the boxes. You get gems, get a bunch of gems, you get bonus levels, and 100% the game. Video game logic. And Crash 4, though, they actually go towards unlocking stuff, like getting enough Wumpa fruit in a level. Boink. Boink. Hey, Newt, how's it going? Is spearmint flavored? Platforms of death. See, my brain would have thought there would. In Crash 4, there would have been a secret back there. I don't have the blue gem. I don't have the blue gem. I would have to come back and get it. Maybe we got extra time. Maybe we'll go grab the gems from the previous levels. Because I believe I got the green gem. I believe. Am I going to get squished? Ah! I got jebaited! I got jebaited! I was like, safe walking through death. I got jebaited! Ow. Jebaited by the game. He looked at me like, ah! It was the turn and seeing the face that got me. Oh, The worm has turned. Why? Wow. Hey, LGBZ, how's it going? Yeet! Sorry. Oh, that's right. Over in, if you're from California, it's gonna be like around lunchtime for y'all. Sad. Wow. Noises. I almost bit the biscuit again. Come on, dog! Come on, man! You can tell it's been a long time since I played Crash Bandicoot 1. It's been a hot minute. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not. I swear to you. Haha! Got it. Huh. Ah. It would seem that I missed an icon for Cortex. Unless it's something that I would get like at the end of the level, then I would have to... Excusez-moi, monsieur. I have to ask, where is your bologna and malarkey sandwiches? For I am witnessing it right before my eyes. I'm gonna be missing a whole bunch of boxes by the end of this level. A whole bunch. You see 27 out of 112. So I didn't get the Cortex one. Crash is going to get absolutely just beaten to death by the end of... Whoops. Yes, I did. I did make it, Noah. I survived. I am a survivor. I'm just going to do that to be more safe on that last one. To the moon, Alice! Yeah, okay. I was just like, don't do it. This is animal abuse! He crashes dead. No problem, Luca. Take care. All right. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to quickly just grab a drink. Take a short little break. Gotta stretch my legs. And we'll be right back. Take a 5-minute break. Oh, my elbows. Popping and cracking. Thank you, Cube the Lord. Thank you so much for the about $4. Thank you, Break the Canadian. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Where is my cursor? I need to... Where? I hate when this happens when you're like, I have a cursor, but I can't find it. Hold on. Where is my cursor? Okay, there we go. Also, don't judge me on the amount of tabs we have open. That's about five new. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Either way, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Cube the Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. If there is anything else that I missed, nope. Looks like I'm still up to date on everything. Good, good. And 1 second. And we're back. All right. Jaws of Darkness and then Castle? It's Castle. No, Castle Machinery. Let's go. I thought I had the green. I thought I did. Do I not? I guess not. Hey! Oh my gosh! Elena just donated $50 through Super Chat. Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Elena. $5 from Grandma. Say hi, everyone. Hi! Use this to spoil the whole family on vacation. Your parents, siblings, and Denver included. Aw, Elena, thank you. That was incredibly sweet and kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your guys' donations are how I'm able to continue doing this full time. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Oh, what's this? What's that? One second, sorry guys. Sorry, something had come up. I had to quickly read. And once again, the red bar is that aneurysm. Yes, the red bar has an aneurysm. If you guys want to help with the red bar, there is a link in the description below. The link in the description below donates to Streamlabs, and it affects the bar. And obviously, jumping on top of that was bad. Yeah, the bar has been having a nice breaking time. I don't know why. It just wants to be like, yeah, well, you know, oh, sorry. Ah, da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Yep. Yeah, boop 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 boop. Yeah, boop 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 boop. Boobiga. There we go. And up to here. I love it when my thing goes squirrely. Refresh. And we're back. There we go. Yes, that's right. If we reach 10K in a month, Mr. CJ has to play one of the insert dramatic music, the 12 games of Doom. That's right. Yes, if we raise 10K in a month, we live stream for 12 hours straight one of the 12 games of Doom. Dun, dun, dun. We'll also be celebrating our, which by the way, hold on, I have to say something real quick because I forgot to mention this. I want to say thank you to everybody because we surpassed 84,000 subscribers, ladies and gents. We are cooking and on our way, and by the end of the year, we might hit 85,000 subs, which I think would be really, really cool. But yes, we just cracked 84,000 subscribers, so we're on our way. And I am hoping that when Spyro 4 is announced and or released or whatever, we're able to push the channel to past 100K. Which would be absolutely amazing. I'm sure there's something I missed there. Like I said, Crash 1 for me is one that I haven't played in a long time, so there are memories, my memories of it, memories are bad. Jeez, that was mean. Hey, Aaron Streaks, how's it going? And the 12 games of Doom are games that I do not like, nor enjoy, nor do not want to play 12 hours of. But our first game of Doom that we are going to be doing will be Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, but that is reserved for when we hit 100K. If you guys don't know, it's been a thing I've been saying for years now, that when we hit 100K subscribers is when we would do the 12-hour Spyro Enter the Dragonfly stream, and I've been promising it for years now, and when we hit 100K, we will do it. And then at the end of that stream, it would be me opening up the package of getting the 100K plaque. So there would be a, you know, playing a game for 12 hours and then ending with something that I would have been waiting for a long time. Heck yeah. When can we see the next game for more games? I think it is going to be to my knowledge, I don't think there's anything else until Summer Game Fest, not Summer Game Fest, Game Awards, which I am hoping, man. I am hoping that we see it there. Yes! Come on. Let's do it. Oh, shoot. I thought he on his last health he turned into Monster Brio. Yes, Eternal Suffering is a game of Doom. Eternal Suffering is a game of Doom. Balan Wonderworld is a game of Doom. Pepsi Man, Superman 64. Oh, he does drink it. Oh, jeez. You just jump on his head, right? Was that a bad hitbox on my end? You just jump on the bricks, then you jump on his head, right? Was that just a bad hitbox on my end, or what? Yeah, the hip. Yeah. Okay, so jump back. Yeah, because I was just like, wait a second. I was like, I know it's been a hot minute since I played Crash 1, but come on now. So I'm not crazy. Oh, come! Hitboxes, come on now. Oh, I know I got 83 lives. No, I'm good. I know that. I'm not going to be like, oh, no. My 83 lives, what will I do? Just silly deaths on my end. I want to 3D print that. That thing that looks like something from the periodic table for embryo. I want to 3D print that. Excuse me, sorry. There we go. That feels better. Hey, Trev. Rio Smash! The lab. And then, of course, there is Stormy Ascent, which maybe we will do. Maybe we will do. Maybe we will do. Who wants to see me do Stormy Ascent? Or move on to Crash 4? Woohoo! Hey, that was a close one. Ow. All right, here. Let me set up a poll. Poll. Time for a poll. Start a poll. All right, we started a poll. Okay, we're good. I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. I love Crash 4. So I think Crash 4 is easier or hard. You see, it depends on how you view it. I'll say this. Crash 4's levels are hard, but its controls make it feel like it's more your fault. Meanwhile, Crash Insane technically is easier. I feel like the control scheme makes it feel like at times like, well, that doesn't feel like my fault, or that doesn't feel right, or that doesn't feel fair. So I feel like, oh shoot, like, yes, I picked Stormy Ascent. Trev, how could you? So I think that's the reason why I really do like Crash 4. I love Crash 4 because of its control scheme. I love the sharpness and the tightness of the controls. That even though it's considered as air quote harder, I like being more having more agency in how I control. So, if that makes sense. Hey, Brian Lyon, how's it going? There was somebody up there. Hold on. Hi, Creamy Cheeser. How's it going? Von Moon Wolveriner. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Oh my gosh. You know what? Cube Lord, Rock Blocked was... Yeah, I didn't get all of them. Rock Block was one of the worst Platinum Relic levels ever. I'm thinking about going back to my old live streams of all the Platinum Relics that I did and doing like a compilation of completing them. Hold on. Give me a second here. There was the Platinum. There were a couple really bad give me a second here. There was one Platinum live stream where I was losing my marbles. Like, absolutely just... Which one was it? So the finale was 7 hours. Hold on. Which one had Rock Block in it? Hold on. That was the Cortex level. The Tana level. Rock Block would have been in the Dinosaur level. The Dinosaur level was before the Frozen levels? Or after? Can't remember. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, so okay, so I found my reaction to like the first time we started on it. Right at the end, eh? Right at the end.
I feel fired up, Bob.
So I was just like, ah, man, that sucks, right? So then I started it on the following stream. So Flat Out Crazy was the first one. And then I went back to it the following stream. And the following stream, I started on Rock. Or did I? No. What? Did I go the wrong one? Or did I do Rock Block later? Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on, because I do want to see, because I have my my live reaction of me like getting it and me just like losing my mind. Which one was it? So 434. No, it was this one. So, Rock Block, I was on Rock Blocked for so long. I mean, for so long. It was obscene. And when I actually got it on. Hang on, here it is here. I think this is... I might do a compilation video of all my live reactions to it. So here I am going. I believe this was my... So here I am running through... So at this point, I had been on this 2.5 hours, when before I was on it for like an hour and a half. So this is like 5 hours into doing Rock Blocked. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yes! I was so tired. 142. That was a... Trev! Thank you! 6 years! 6 years, Trev! Sorry, I didn't see it until 6 years! Trev! Six years of support and love. Thank you, Trev. Happy 6-year anniversary for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Trev. Seriously, for all the love in the world. By the way, and a very big thank you. My mom wants to say thank you to you very, very deeply. Thank you so much, Trev, for all your kindness and generosity over the years. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. For the past 6 years. Okay, now I'll show one more thing and then we'll get back to the game. I know I feel like we're... So hold on, last one. It was the plat out crazy finale. Let me pull this up where... Oh, my poor controller. Oh, I look back at now. Also, my shirt came up. I felt embarrassed about that, but I was like, you know what? It's a raw moment. My shirt came up and kind of exposed the tum, but so this is the on the final run. This was the final run. The final gauntlet. But also, this reaction has been gift and it's been gift and people have made not jokes about it but have been like used it before. I've seen it a couple times, which I thought was funny. Yes! 6.5 hours later. That was the getting the final. That poor controller, man. So I was just like, man, we got it. As soon as I got it, it was just like, oh shoot. As soon as I got it, it was just like, well, bam, yes. By the way, someone DM'd me, and I just want to double check if I am making sure that I just need to double check. If anyone is trying to donate and it's not working, let me know, whether it's through Super Chat or Streamlabs. I got a DM from my last stream of someone saying I was trying, but they couldn't. It's really frustrating because, you know, if I know that there's a problem, then I can try to fix it. So, because trust me, it's very sad and frustrating on my end when that happens, especially. So, and I know that there's been some issues already. I know that Elena had mentioned that there's only a certain amount that she can donate, that YouTube will let her donate, and it's got to be through Super Chat, and Streamlabs doesn't work, which I'm like, why? I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't, but it is. And just getting oh, come on. Just getting a wee bit frustrated with YouTube and platforms and stuff who are causing quite a significant amount of stress on my end, as one could imagine. So if there is an issue, please let me know. I will do my very best to try to resolve it and or figure something out, because it's frustrating when I hear that. People are like, oh, well, because that's how I'm able to do this. Because of you guys. That's how I'm able to do it. Bye. Can I make that? Yeah, I can. I mean, kind of doing 250 through Super Chat. Off topic. Favorite Disney movie? Better be Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch is up there. I love Lilo and Stitch. Very good movie. My favorite? Not 100% my favorite. But I'm not gonna make this one. Ah, I could have made it. Contact customer support twice about that's insane. But my favorite one has to be... I think you gotta give it, for me, it's gotta be Lion King. Is it my, like, well, I think Lion King really, like, holds such a special place in my heart. But I'll tell you another one that I adore was the first Wreck-It Ralph. The first Wreck-It Ralph is just so good. It is... Oh, come on. And I think Wreck-It Ralph was one of the best setups for a villain. It was perfect. King Candy and that twist. I remember, and I've ranted and raved about this because of just how awesome it was. When they did the reveal, yeah, I'm happy to hear that, Sam Mister. When they did the reveal of King Candy being Turbo, that was, it truly for me was out of left, like the way that they did it genuinely was the way that they were doing. When I first watched it, the first time I saw Wreck-It Ralph, and they hit me with the King Candy reveal, I remember sitting there and being like, oh my gosh, what a perfect, like, villain. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better... You couldn't have asked for a better villain. Oh man, did I miss Fury? This too great. You couldn't have asked for a better villain. It was, and the way that, because immediately, what was so good about it, and what I loved about it, is immediately you knew King Candy was the villain, but you thought he was just a candy villain. He was just a regular old bad guy. And then there was this mentions of Turbo, and there was this mentions of Turbo, and this, like, you're not going Turbo, are you? And then as soon as they do the reveal that he's Turbo, immediately your brain clicks about everything. You understand what his intentions are, why he's there, why he did what he did. It all just clicks together like synapses in a brain. Like click, 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 and it all makes sense. And it stays hidden, and then it's staring you right in the face. It's staring at you in your face the whole time, and you don't realize it until... You don't realize it until you get to the end. Ah, shoot, that's right. I don't have enough. Spirit is really good too. I really enjoyed Spirit. But no, that reveal, that reaction, that, like, oh my gosh, that OMG moment, that freak out. By the way, guys, by the time we finish Dr. Cortex, we're going to be either moving on to Crash 4 or doing Stormy Ascent. Vote now in the poll.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot! And typically in... You know, oh shit. Typically, for like these movies, you can kind of clock. I can kind of clock the story, right? I can, like, all right, you know, plant payoff, and I can kind of clock when we're gonna see something, or how it's gonna go, or how something's gonna be revealed. Oh shoot! There we go. right? Because once you've kind of figured a lot of things out, you can kind of clock how, you know, how the stories are built, especially the Disney movies, right? Oh, malarkey.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
But when they did that reveal, it was well done. It was so well done. And it was smart. And I can typically call when something was... I did not call the turbo aspect. I didn't. Because they distracted you enough with... They distracted you enough with King Candy that you didn't really think about. You just thought, you know, Turbo was just a metaphor, right? But they didn't keep saying over and over again. They didn't keep saying Turbo, 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 Turbo. They made Turbo a metaphor, right? They made Turbo a metaphor of what, you know, of what could happen, right? But not just that, though. They didn't really make Turbo initially when they said you're going Turbo. They made Turbo a cautionary tale, not necessarily a villain, just that he was jealous and he was upset and he went to the other game and crashed it and caused it to go away. And so they didn't angle him as a villain. They didn't angle him as a villain. They angled him as a cautionary tale. And then when he's revealed as the villain in a way that was just really bloody smart,
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
I was blown away. Absolutely just blown away by how they did that. And it was great. Another one that was pretty good. It was good, not as good. Wasn't as good, but was still very good, was the story of Coco. The story of Coco was pretty good too. It didn't get as big of a reaction out of me, but in terms of like the villain reveal, but it was good. Ah! Oh, sorry. I ugly cry every time I watch Coco. I mean,
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
that's not, you know what? That's, you're right. And, by the way, there was no sequel to Wreck-It Ralph. We're still waiting for it to this day. There never was a sequel. Nope. Never happened. That was it. There was no,
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
there's, nope. Nope, 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 nope. There's no, there is, oh man, you like, I'm sorry, I did not like Wreck-It Ralph 2. I didn't. I felt like the soul of Wreck-It Ralph 1 was it didn't work out in my opinion. But of course, we're allowed different opinions. I just did not like 2 in comparison to 1. The movie that still makes me mad is Encanto. Encanto makes me mad because the first 2/3 of the movie is great, and the last third just makes it infuriating. Thank you. The last third of Encanto frustrated me to no end. It just... Can I go on a minor rant here for a second, guys? I know we're in the middle of Cortex, but I'd like to go on a minor rant here for a second. When you're writing, you ever sit there... I'm going to give you a really great example. You ever sit there and see a character doing something stupid and you're screaming at the screen, why? And you're screaming at the screen, why? And they're doing something stupid. And there's no logical sense to it. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense as to why. And you're sitting there and you're like, why are you doing this? And it's almost uncharacteristic of this person. So in writing, sometimes there's someone that we call holding the stupid stick. Now, what is holding the stupid stick? Holding the stupid stick is when a character decides to do something that is dumb, doesn't really check out, or something that can be solved as quickly as answering a question. Like, hey, the person is not talking with the other person and saying, hey, I noticed this. What are you doing? It's like they see some weird evidence and they immediately think, oh, they're cheating on me. So now I have to do all these secret things to try to find out if they're cheating on me, instead of coming up to them and saying, hey, I saw this, this, and this. Why? What is going on? There's broad assumptions made, silly assumptions made, dumb assumptions made that are just like, why? And it's the only way for them to progress a story. I'll give you a good example. One of them was originally Skylar from Breaking Bad. If you're not young enough to watch that, or if you're too young to watch that, don't. But if you're watching it, Skylar made everybody mad. And she was holding the stupid stick initially. Later in the season, she got better for her reasonings. But initially, she was holding the stupid stick, and it made a lot of people angry. And that's why a lot of people got mad. But there's other people that are holding the stupid stick as well. And Encanto made me upset because the story to be learned was really blatantly obvious from the person that should know best as to why it's blatantly obvious. And what I mean by that is the villain is not really the villain, not really a villain. The villain is the pressure of being part of the family madrigal and, you know, the familiar pressures of that, and having this gift and having to serve the community. And the grandmother, or abuela, or I can't remember her name right now, being like this person applying so much pressure. And then realizing at the end, oh, the materialistic things aren't the gift. The family is the gift. Even though she had triplets and was escaping from either a group of people or governmental control or whatever it is that she was running away from, and her husband dies, and she's sobbing, and then the miracle happens, right? And then she gets stuck in materialistic mode, which doesn't make sense. Why would she be there when she came from what seemed like a impoverished location, having triplets, her husband dying, and then being protected? Why would she be the one to forget of what the gift is? If anything, she she should have been, the family should have been splitting. I would have liked Encanto more if she was more of a background character, but was more of almost like the grandmother from Moana, kind of guiding, general guiding, but everybody having that materialistic feeling, and the grandma be the reason why everyone comes back together and realizes what the miracle is for. The lesson didn't have to be taught to the grandma. It shouldn't have been taught to her. It shouldn't have been that way. It should not have been the grandma learning the lesson when she was the one that went through the hardest out of everybody. And that's where it didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense. It would have made more sense if it was the mom that was putting all this pressure. It would have made more sense if it was all the elders, like the triplets, putting the pressure on the families, and there's like this civil war, and Mirabel is kind of seen as like, you know, Mirabel is seen as kind of like the, you know, the side character among everybody, and she's the one that unifies the family when they realize, hey, this happened, right? But no, they didn't do that. They just went, the person that didn't need the lesson was the one that needed the lesson. And that is where I don't understand why Mirabel would have been the one that was excommunicated when Abuela was the one that also doesn't have powers as well. It didn't check out for me, and it made me mad, because also the concept of ostracizing Bruno made me mad, because they're just like, oh, his powers, he could see the future, and then, oh wow, he told me the future and now I'm mad that he did. That's holding the stupid stick. That to me is holding the stupid stick. They shouldn't have said, oh, his gift wasn't, you know, they should have said, oh yeah, his gift, they all should have said, oh yeah, Bruno was a bad omen. His gift was, you know, disasters, and he would just walk up and tell people disasters and be like, wow, he's a jerk. And then you find out later on, oh, actually no, Bruno just tells the future, and people don't like their future, right? That to me would have made more sense. The stupid stick is he can tell the future, and people didn't like that, right? That is where, yeah, we beat Cortex. Does that make sense though? Does that make sense as to why? Hi, Cortex. Is the big smooch and hug? There we go. There was the stupid stick held with Bruno, and the stupid stick held with Abuela being the one that needed to learn the lesson, and that's where I got mad. Because the concept of Bruno didn't make sense as to why people would be mad at him. It just, no matter how, because I've gotten debates with people about this where they try to explain it, and it does not register to me as to why you would get angry at Bruno. If you know that his power is seeing the future, if you know that, and he comes up to you and he tells you the future, and it happens, why are you getting mad at him? Right? Like, why are people getting angry at him for that? And that's where I don't get it. That's where I'm like, okay. So, but if everybody turned around and said, oh, his power was you know, bad luck and disasters and all these things, and then, you know, the viewers like, oh, okay, but then when they find out, oh, it's this, I feel it's very realistic, though. That's where that saying "people would believe a beautiful lie over the ugly truth" comes from. I get that. I understand. I get it. But in my logical brain, I feel like it. To me, it didn't make sense to me, though. To me personally. And the fact that everybody was angry at him. Everybody was. When I think there would be degrees to it. I think if there was one part of the family that, missed him, one part of the family that didn't like him, some people liked him, some people didn't. But overall, he left. I thought that it would be better that way, in my opinion. But it didn't make sense that everybody had a unanimous, oh, we don't like him. So, all right. I'm going to take one last quick break. I'll be right back. And then we're going to start on Crash Bandicoot 4. That's what it looks like it won. Crash won 60 to 40%. All right. Be right back. back. Ugh. All right. All right, give me 1 second here. So we're going to take a second here to get all set up because we got to hop out of here. We're going to quit. Nope, that's not. No Abugadaba, not here, not right now. No, come on. Yes, thank you. Now, there might be some mods enabled here that I forget about. I'll be honest with you.
Activision presents. Created and developed by Toys for Bob.
Oh yeah, this is like the definitive version.
Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
The enhanced. What am I drinking? A Coke Zero. Nope, might be good if I actually hooked up the controller, right? Thought this earlier due to a conversation, but what's a movie you like that most people don't like? I'll tell you a movie that I... See, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with this one. The reason why I'm having a little bit of difficulty with it is because... So, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, there's a movie that a lot of people liked and disliked. It was a very polarizing film, and one of them was the Warcraft movie. I really loved the Warcraft movie, but I also know it was built for fans and not for people who are unfamiliar with the franchise because of just how much lore they had to skip over and run through, and it made it confusing for a lot of people. And it was nothing but a fanfare fest for people who enjoyed those games. If you don't enjoy those games and you've never played the game, you go in, you sit down and you watch, you're going to be completely confused. You're going to be like, what is happening here? I don't get it. What is the story? So I can understand that, and so I see it. But it's funny to think that the Warcraft movie is one of the #1 grossing movies in places like China for American films, and then over in America it didn't do as hot. So it is a weird problem with that. I think though, I'm trying to think of a movie that a lot of people say they don't like and I enjoyed. A lot of them would be movies that were like at the time were considered bad, but now have so much nostalgia that people think they're good again, like the original Space Jam. Like, I remember reading the reviews for it and people hating the original Space Jam, like critics loathing, saying it was a giant mistake. You know, I watched Warcraft with some friends who were big fans, but I know nothing lore-wise. I found it to be a really enjoyable fantasy film even by itself. And that's why I was shocked when it got so much hate. It got so much hate. One time there was an interview with the director and some journalist, and the journalist literally walked out mid-interview. And it was awkward and rude.
At last, I, the great Neocortex, have you right where I want you.
And
now the final blow.
Hush, simpleton. We're going to be revisiting Crash 4 again very soon for the anniversary.
Entropy. It's going
to fail again.
At least Uka Uka and I attempt to free us from this prison. I won't sit idly by and listen to your inane ramblings for another decade.
Chew. Yeah, I did not like the second Pacific Rim. Personally. Is he dead?
Leave him. He's served his purpose.
Hi. After the stream? Oh yeah, he'll be after the stream.
A great power has awakened.
Crash!
Crash? I fear it portends an event of reality-shattering proportions. I feel it emanating from Insanity Peak.
Quickly, we must go!
Crash! Crash!
Crash! I really enjoyed the first Pacific Rim. I love the first Pacific Rim. Elwo. Sorry. Elwo. No, I love the first Pacific Rim. I really like the first Pacific Rim. I remember liking... So here's something that is kind of funny. There are certain movies that you have to watch in theater. And, for example, I'll tell you one of those movies. One of those movies was the first live action, or the first American modern take of Godzilla.
We must go!
The first one, I remember going to the theater and loving it, watching it at home and finding it extremely boring. And only to come to the conclusion that movies like that, they are big screen movies. There are movies that you'll watch on the big screen that are amazing, and then you watch them at home on your own little system, and you're like, oh, this movie's not as good as I thought it was, right? Because it's more of a theater experience. And the first Godzilla, you know, the first Godzilla was like that, right? It was literally just mech / kaiju fight the movie, and I'm absolutely obsessed. Absolutely. No, the first Pacific Rim is fantastic. The story is not bad to boot as well. It's like, it's more than just a popcorn flick, but not too far above it. You don't have to think deeply about it. It's just, hey, what if we came up with this really neat story of mechs versus, you know, monsters? And it's just, it's cool. Yeah. Literally, it's just literally giant robots versus giant monsters. It's not hard. Godzilla -1 was another really good one. I really enjoyed that one. I'm trying to think of movies that I did not like, or movies that I liked that other people didn't. I think a lot of them would be like comedies. I think a lot of like the older comedy movies that didn't like review well, and for some reason didn't review well, and I just absolutely adore. Like, to me, I remember, if I remember correctly, the reviews for like Ace Ventura, it didn't get good reviews, and of course, you know, Ace Ventura is just like half of my family's jokes are just Ace Ventura. Wait 5 minutes. If I don't come back, wait a little longer. Super. There's just like, it's so good. And I don't think Ace Ventura reviewed well at all. But I like, who cares at this point when it comes to... Oh, shoot. Please, dude. It's so easy. Oh. Alrighty then. The movie is so good. Right? But it didn't review well. But of course now people look... Of course, people that grew up watching it and look back on it, they look at it fondly, and it's hysterical. Oh, I'll tell you one that people roll their eyes at now. At the time, they didn't roll their eyes, but now they do. I still think the Avatar movies are good. I love the Avatar movies. People roll their eyes at it now and say, oh, nothing but big, stupid blue people. And I'm like, hey, those big, stupid blue people look awesome. And I love the story and I love the movie. Is the first movie's original story original? No. Is it kind of ripped from Fern Gully? A little bit. But I digress. I still very much enjoy the very first, the very first Avatar movie. The second Avatar movie too was really good as well. But the Disney rides are great. They're good. They are very good. I enjoy them. The story is very... The story isn't anything original. At least the first one. Way of Water, definitely it starts going like a little bit more original. But the first movie, not very original in terms of plot and story. But I digress. Still, I very much enjoy it. The visual effects are to be, it's a visual spectacle. Oh yeah, I've heard lots of people say bad things about the Avatar movies nowadays because they're like, oh, it's Avatar, and it's like kind of like done in a mocking way. But no, I still enjoy them. I really did enjoy them. I think I saw Avatar in, although when I was in high school, I definitely had hit the point of watching Avatar too many times. I think I saw the first Avatar film 6 or 7 times in theaters. Yeah, it was not healthy. I will admit, I will concede to that. It was not healthy, the amount that I watched of the first Avatar in theater. How did I mess it up? I like the dinosaur movie. Wait, what? Hold on, did the insane version change this? Hold on. They did change it. That's right. I was like, wait, what? Why is this all... I'm like, this is how... Okay, wouldn't that make that harder? Wait, what? Hold on. Why would... Hold on. Why would they do it like that? first Avatar, the last Airbender movie was objectively awful. Yeah, that one was pretty bad. The first one. Ugh. Ugh. Yucky. Oh, Dragon Ball Evolution. Another one, another real bad one. Jeez Louise. Oh, Dragon Ball Evolution. Don't even get me started. There was literally a... They literally did a public apology, and there was even a half joke and half serious post where the actor of like air quote like Goku in Dragon Ball Evolution apologized, said when Akira Toriyama passed away, it was they literally said, you know, rest in peace Akira, sorry that we ruined the Dragon Ball movie. Do you think that the Spiral movie that never got made would have been good? I think it would have been just another filler film that you get from movie studios who are just trying to cash a quick buck at the theater.
No way. Not in a million. Get him off.
Crash, who is that?
Lonnie Loli?
Lonnie Loli?
If the quantum masks have returned, then...
Hey, Aku.
How's it going? Is that a quantum rift?
It appears to be a door between dimensions.
Yes.
The kind we can keep shut. We have to go through, find my siblings, and fix this before some putz with a big evil plan and a bigger ego does something monumentally stupid.
Uka Uka unknowingly paved the way for our bright future. Once my rift generator is complete, dominion over all of time and space will be within our grasp.
Engine, embryo, you had some little projects you wanted to tell me about?
Master, my mechanical marvels hypnotize you and I.
And my potion will make me and them unstoppable.
Right, yeah, fine, sure. Have fun with your ray guns or whatever.
Hasten your steps. By my calculations, our enemies are already moving against us, and we will prevail.
Let's go. Let's do it. Oh. Hi. My neck. I still don't know what the best route would be for a Spyro movie. I still think it would probably be better to do a Spyro TV series, I think.
So, we need the other masks to close the rifts?
Correct. Now my brother Akano is around here somewhere. Welcome
To the show!
your precious mods. Behold the aforementioned putz.
Don't worry. We have a thing where we fight, he loses. It's a well-established dynamic.
Not this time. I've got a backstage pass for you to get up close and personal with my weapons of mass percussion. Yes. Ready to rock. What?
I do have a CGE skin. I don't know why it's not enabled right now. There is a CGE skin that was made that I used to use a lot, but for some reason not activated right now. When I upgraded my computer, I lost a lot of the mods that I had set up and I had to reinstall them. Hi Titans Forever, how's it going? Hi Rennie Johnson, how's it going? And then boink. Down we go. Beep, boop, pop. Go. It's been good. Wish things were better. I'm sorry. I know that feel, but hey, we'll all be better together. No, I really wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure that we stream tonight, even though it's early. Stupid! Also, there is a small thought process that I have had about perhaps slightly altering the time that I do stream. I'm not sure. I don't want to change it because I know so many people have been tuning in for so long at basically the same time for, 6+ years. But also, when the stream is done, I go upstairs and it's just like, and most of my family is sleeping by the time I'm done the stream, right? Sometimes my wife can barely keep up. Oh, did I not? I thought there was a big jump on here. It's yeah, it's there we go. Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's like I finish a stream and then I walk out and it's just like everyone's sleeping and my kids are sleeping, my wife is sleeping, and it's just kind of like, well, I'll just kind of sit here and do nothing now, right? And it'd be kind of like, it'd be nice to be able to say, so I've been thinking about adjusting the stream time, but I'm not sure how well that will work out, because I know ultimately there are going to be people that are going to start missing out on streams, and I kind of feel bad about it. But at the same token of time, it's also like starting at 7:30 sometimes is like late for some people. Oh man. For some people, for some people even now, 7:30 is, by the time we finish, it's 11. So I've been thinking about perhaps adjusting it to where I go live at 6:30 and finish it at 10. There's even a thought of, but I got also check in with my moderators and see how they feel about that, because they help so much with these streams, and I really do appreciate all the help that they do. So I can't just turn around and be like, oh, I'm switching it. I have to talk and communicate and be like, hey, let's work this out and see if there's going to be an adjustment made. boxes down here? Yes, we did. Nope, that's not the button I wanted to push. Whoopsies. So, let's quickly talk a little bit here, a moment, about... I did it again. Why am I getting mixed up with the buttons? I should know this by now. So, let's talk a little bit about the potential thought of the Crash Bandicoot 5. Let's say there is a new Crash in development. Let me preface. Do I think there is a new mainline Crash Bandicoot in development as we speak? If there is, it would be super early. I don't think there is a mainline Crash Bandicoot game in development at the moment. I don't think. I might be wrong. The circles that I listen into for information and stuff, and the people that I speak with, I think most of them would be able to know almost immediately if there was a Crash game in development. And then, likewise, that I would know about it, or at least get alerted that something has started, or something along the lines of that, especially with, my Spyro 4 report from, last year. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to know every single time. I'm not saying that it's not possible that I'll be informed first. No, I'm not saying that either. Just, I don't think. Because on top of that, we have the other issue and the other problem, which is who would be doing it. This is the problem that we have right now when it comes to Crash Bandicoot, is who is doing the next Crash. It's not going to be Toys for Bob, I don't think. And if it is, that means that we're not going to see a new Crash Bandicoot until, well, if we give them Toys for Bob 2 to 3 years. Let's say this. Hold on. Let's say this. Let's say for fun. Let's say Spyro 4 comes out in fall 2026. Let's go there, okay? Then development for Crash, and then immediately after that game launches, work is started on Crash Bandicoot 5. Or even before that game launches, work is started on Crash Bandicoot 5 at Toys for Bob. Then that would mean that we wouldn't get a new Crash game until at least 2028, 2029. Right? That would be 3 years from now, which is a long time, right? So, if people want Toys for Bob to make the next Crash Bandicoot, you're going to be waiting a long, long time before you see it. So the question becomes, okay. So clearly there is still a want for a new Crash game, but who is going to, it's a matter of who. Who is going to do it? And there's, as an unlikely as a Naughty Dog returning to Crash, no, absolutely not. In fact, I would go as far as to say I don't think I would want the new Naughty Dog team to return and do it, because it's not the same Naughty Dog team as it was, all those years ago. It's not the same team. It's a completely different team. Oh, they got rid of the secret boxes up here.
You may just spontaneously come back.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not possible. I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's not possible, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to say that either. It's also possible that Toys for Bob may start development of Crash, may have started development for a new Crash halfway through the development of Spyro, so that there could be a new title released within a reasonable amount of time. Is that possible? Sure. Possible. It's just...
Just getting started.
I don't think we're going to see it from Toys for Bob. And I would like to be wrong, because I do very much enjoy what Toys for Bob did, and I enjoyed the crack that they went at it. But, if there is a new Crash Bandicoot game made, if there is, the team that I'm thinking of that possibly could do it would be Iron Galaxy. That is the only studio at the moment that I could think of that would A, have an interest, and B, could, like, maybe, I don't know about if they would be able to pull it off. I just know that they would definitely probably have an interest in it. But I don't know. Like, let me see here. Hey, Enderboss, how's it going? Let's see here. So Iron Galaxy has 4 locations: Chicago, Illinois, Orlando, Florida, Nashville, Tennessee, and Austin, Texas. So, well, was there any job opportunities that I can look at? Maybe. No jobs right now. Like, I'm trying to find like one job application at Iron Galaxy, one, even if it's old, just to see if there was to read what it says, but I can't even. Okay, here we go. But from 5 years ago, that's not even remotely close to being accurate. That's 2020. I would love to be able to hear that there's a new Crash Bandicoot game in development. I would. Now, is it possible that a spin-off is in development? Absolutely. There could be someone working on a kart racer. There could be somebody working on a kart racer, a mobile game, or something as a spin-off or whatnot. I do see that being very possible. I just, as much as I would love it, I don't know if we're going to be getting one anytime soon. I'm thinking about tapping into like some old sources and reaching out and seeing if there is a way to see if there is something happening. shreds. I loathe the fact that we don't have, like, I hate the idea that there wouldn't be anything Crash Bandicoot related being in development after the success that it's had. I actually played, I had said earlier in the stream, I hopped on the Crash Team Rumble earlier yesterday at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. I was like, all right. I was doing a project and was about to hop in a meeting, and I wanted to check something in Rumble to see if there was something that I had a sneaking suspicion about. And I went there, and I was like, all right, let's see if I can even get into a game so that I can try to figure something out. And I got into a game relatively quick. I was just like, oh, okay, well, you know, is it going to be a full lobby? Completely full. And then we went through and we finished the whole game, and it was a barn burner of a match. It was a barn burner. Like, it was good. It was a good match. And then we played a couple more rounds, and then I hopped out, waited a minute or two, and then hopped back in, knowing that the other game had started, and got into another game. Got into another game with a whole new set of lobby, and again, it was a mix of people. And I was shocked, and I was amazed, and I was happy because I think I'm gonna make a video about it now, where I'm gonna be talking about, like, hey, like, of just, like, you know, Rumble is refusing to die. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to package the video, because do I package it so that it's, oh, people will suspect that it's dead, and I'm going to title it that way and make it look like that, like, you know, oh, I tried to play Crash Team Rumble in 2025, here's what happened, something like that. And the narrative initially comes off as if it, like, you know, trying to get into a match is really hard and it's bad, and then surprise them, or if I literally just, you know, outright reveal and shock everybody that the game is still alive, and the title says that, but then people would be like, oh no, it's not, and have like a you know, CG has reckless optimism for this game still. Did you know that that was one of the #1 questions that I had whenever when I went to PAX? When I went to PAX, there were, from whether it was other content creators, or even people who were fans of the channel or knew about me and had a chat with me, the #1 question that people asked was, did you actually like Crash Team Rumble? Like, you actually liked it? And I sat there and I was just like, yeah. Like, yeah, I did. Like, it was like they were asking me like, hey, Key, off the record, did you actually like Rumble? And it was like, yes, I did. Like, why is that a shock? Like, they were waiting for me to come out and be like, yeah, I actually didn't like it. You know, it was, you know, I tried, you know, I wanted to. No. And I sat there and I was just like, no, I genuinely enjoyed it. And it was still, like, even a shock for one person in particular, which I won't name names, but one person in particular was, like, still, like, amazed. They were like, really? I was like, yeah, really? They're like, really? I said, really? See, that's the thing, Elena, is that if you win or lose. If I turn around and I make it look like it's dead and then we start the video and it's not, people are going to be saying clickbait. If I sit there and I say, oh, you know, it's not dead, I'm going to be told, oh, you know, hopeless optimism. It doesn't matter, right? It could be pointed at any, you know, there's no way to win. There's no way to win because no matter how I angle it, it's going to be seen as, oh, it can be seen as one way or another, right? You know, I'm very conscious about the fact that I know there is a gigantic group of people that do not like me. I very much understand that there is a large group of people that dislike me, and they dislike my content, and they dislike my content. They dislike my attitude. They dislike everything about me, period. And I understand that, and I know that. And while I don't shy away from the fact of who I am as a person, I do try to be more like, okay, how can I make it so that there is the least amount of ammunition against me? That's what I try to do. And I try to figure out what can I do to give less ammunition to them. What can I do? Can I tweak the titles? Can I be not as energetic? Or do I preface before I get to the details about what it's going to be? Like, what can I do? And there are times where I do feel like it works, and then other times I feel like I am muting a bit of my own personality to make sure I don't get bullets shot at me in the sense of the internet. And it's tough. It's tough because sometimes there are times where I want to get hyped and excited and I pull myself back a little bit. And then other times I feel negative or upset and I push the positivity up a little bit just so that I don't get more ammunition fired at me. But at the end of the day, something that I still have to come to terms with is that no matter what I do, people are going to shoot their opinions, they're going to shoot their negativity and spread bad rumors about you. One of the things that I thought was really interesting was somebody sat there and they said, oh, CGE suggested that the purple tiki mask meant that new Crash Bandicoot was coming. And it had all these upvotes and all these likes. And I sat there and I was like, no, I didn't. In fact, I said the opposite. I said the exact opposite because there was a whole bunch of reports that came out and said, oh, the Tiki Mask updated on Toys for Bob's website. We think it means Crash Bandicoot. And I was the one that came forward and said, no, actually, that was their logo before. That's their logo. The Tiki Mask is their logo. In fact, it being purple and gem textured lends credit to it being Spyro and not Crash Bandicoot. And yet people believed immediately, and it had a whole bunch of upvotes, like 60 or 70 upvotes, right? So it wasn't like, oh, like it got like 3 upvotes. It was like a large amount of upvotes. And the fact of the matter is that the fact of the matter is that there's nothing that I can do to always appease people. But also, like I said, I'm trying to protect myself from... I'm trying to. Do I succeed? No. Of course not. I don't always succeed. Right? I don't always succeed. I will mess up. But at the same token of time, it's... At the same token of time, though, it's... It sucks. It does very much suck. Yeah, there are people that hate watch the content. I know there is. I know that there's people that hate watch the content, which honestly I sit there and I say why. Just why? It's like this is where what I don't understand, and this is something which, by the way, I'll say this too, because there are 72 people here. If you are currently sitting here right now in the stream, you are sitting here right now and you're watching the stream, and you're watching the stream to hate watch, let me be clear to you. Let me be clear to you. If you are hate watching my content, if you're hate watching the stream, let me connect with you for a moment, even if it's just for a moment. Do yourself a favor and don't. And I'm not meaning this as a sassy remark, or no, genuinely. It's not healthy for you. And I'm not meaning this backhanded. I am serious. As somebody who, before becoming a YouTuber, would sometimes hate watch other people or hate watch something, I've learned very quickly that's not healthy for you. I will take the loss of a view. I will take the loss of engagement. I will take the loss of concurrent viewership. If you are here to hate watch, I genuinely ask for your own sanity. Click off. And go do your favorite thing. Go play a video game. Go for a walk. Have a chat with a friend. But walk away. If you're here because you love it, if you're here because you're enjoying yourself, stay, and you are welcome, and sit by and listen to the ranting and raving and watching of Crash and Spyro. But if you are here, find time elsewhere. And heal. And I'm not even saying, oh, go touch grass. I'm not saying here I'm genuinely trying to say, hey, I'm human and you are human. We are both humans. I'm going to make mistakes and you're going to make mistakes. With my career and my job, the problem is my mistakes are spotlighted. If you sit down and you have a conversation with, if you are here to have a conversation, if you sit down and you have a big theorized conversation with your friends, and you have a big theory and a big idea, and it turns out to be not true, it's only you and your friends that knew about it. And if it's your friends, they're not going to throw rocks. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to make theories. I'm going to make ideas. I'm going to think that I know something that's right and it's not right. I'm going to mess up. The difference is that my mess ups are spotlighted and pointed out by people because I'm do it in a social manner. And you know what? That's fair. But I'm going to mess up. I promise you. But I'm human, like you are. So all I ask is, if you are here to hate watch, if you are here to do that, just stop.
I feel fired up, Bob.
Walk away and let's do it. Hey, a gifted membership. Let's go. Yes, I've been prescribed an anti-gloating cream. I can't wait to. I can't wait. That's. I've never heard of that. And I love it. I've never heard that joke before. And I love it. Welcome, Lazi. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I hope you are doing fantastic. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. I hope you are well, swell, Thank you. How have you been? Might mess this up. No, I'm good, I think. And there's a fly by my mic. I don't like the fly by my mic. They can go away. I have news. Oh. What's the news? I'm interested in news. What's the news? I'm waiting with bated breath. Yeah, no, everyone's waiting for your bated breath. Everyone's just like, what's the news? What's the news today? Rest now, sweet Bandicoot. So big adult things. Put an offer for a house and it got accepting. I, Lozzie, am now a homeowner. Hey! Congratulations, Lozzie. I think that's worth for the congratulations. That is incredible. Also, very hard, especially in the country that you're in. No offense. Housing is difficult out there right now, and that is incredible. Absolutely. Congratulations on that, Lozzie. Congratulations. I am absolutely thrilled for you. Oof. I know I've heard the stories from you and others about the UK and the housing, and it's like, so what's your housing plan? Well, my grandma owns a house. My siblings will fight to the death when she dies to see if stuff like that. Like, man, some of the fights for housing is just not nice out there. So to hear that is absolutely, unless it's been drastically changed, I am so happy to hear that from you. Is this going to be far enough? I'm not. Congratulations, Lozzie. I'm so happy to hear that. We're actually going to Q&R in about 10 minutes. 10 or so minutes. Yes. 3-bed, office space, 3 parking space. It's a long journey ahead, but we have to sort the mortgage stuff and paperwork. But I get to be like mine. Also, it has a bar built in. Wow! That's awesome. I will take 3. I will take a Coke Zero on the rocks. Or a virgin gin and tonic.
Now, sweet Bandicoot.
So when I'm all moved in, come visit, all right. Listen. You don't have to argue with me to come to the UK. If I could afford going to the UK, boy howdy, I would. If I was told, hey, you want to go to the UK? I'll be on a plane tomorrow. I would love to. So if I get an opportunity where I can go to the UK, I will I will genuinely make sure, whether if it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to Germany, I will make sure and say, hey, I need to make sure that I go visit my friend Lozzie, who is in the UK. I will make sure that I will double, quadruple check to make sure that I get there. Because it would be a once in a lifetime opportunity for me. Yeah, no, I would be on a plane ride tomorrow. I want to go visit the UK so bad. I am not going to have enough to get back from here for a bar either. Husband and my other genital will benefit. Yeah. The fish room. There's a fish room. What's a fish room? Yeah, that's just easier. I was trying to do something kind of silly there. Now I realize it. That's just much easier. Durr.
First test complete.
That's it.
Well done, subject.
Am I about to witness a fish room? All right, ladies and gents. I think we're gonna go over to Q&R now, real quick, because I'm gonna have to get going soon for this family event, but we'll have a you know what? On. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Are you okay if I show it on, do you want me to show it on stream, Lozzie, or should I just describe it? It is Huh. That is that is a predicament, I must say. So when you're like fish room, I was like, fish room? What, like, is there, like, you know, dude, I'll tell you, I thought it was a thing in the UK, you know, like, oh, we have the den, or we have the loo, or we have this. I thought, oh, is a fish room like, you know, a UK slang that I didn't know about? No. Huh. Oh, that carpet. Oh, that carpet. Yeah. No. If I had to, if there was one thing that needs to go, is that carpet. Like, let's start there. Like, before we talk about the walls, everything else, that teal shag carpet, into the fire. Not even the dump, the fire. Burned before the stake. Just But besides the carpet, I don't know what you do with that. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know what you do with that. Oh. I have no idea what you do with that. Because correct me if I'm wrong, there's layers here, right? Like this is not just a stencil. This is a layer. Like there's a layer, like they put like a piece of wood or something or plat or whatever that makes it pop out, right? That's not just because that's vinyl. You got these discs here. And then you get it's gonna, because here's the thing, it's gonna cost you almost as much to remodel it that it costs to make that room. Am I wrong? Like the amount of money it would cost to re-renovate that room to a normal room would be almost as much as it costs to renovate the room to look like that. Goodness gravy. Well, it's good that you have a family that work in DIY. You're going to need it for that room. You are going to bloody need it. Oh my gosh. Listen, you and your husband do as you please, but I think it's one of two things. Either A, to the studs, or B, embrace it. In fact, I would even say go harder with it. Go deeper with it. Make the room a meme. Make it a joke room where it becomes a topic of conversation. Make the rest of your house, okay, not look like that room at all. Do not match that room. Be as far away from that room as possible and make this room such a spectacular meme that anybody that walks in can do nothing but laugh hysterically. Or to the studs. One or the other. In my opinion. It's one of two things. Either commit to the bit or to the studs. One or the other. Make it a conversation piece that when people walk in the room, they go, "What on earth?" And then you're like, "I know," and you have a story to tell. Yes, get rid of the carpet, though. Get rid of that carpet. Whether or not you renovate the room, get rid of the carpet. The room is the odd room, really. The rest of the house is black and red themed. Why? Was this person like a marine biologist? And like did meetings and decide, you know what? Let me just, instead of having something that looks educated behind me with a few like fossilized fish bones, let's just go full on, hey, I'm an 8-year-old kid who loves water. Like, no idea. They're like, it's a choice. Because that's the funny thing, is the fact, I was like, what's the rest of the house like? Like, is it all themed around water? Like what is going on here? The rest of the house is black and red. Even that's a bit strange. Black and red. Good. Oh, if it was, it makes sense. Yeah. It's literally that meme. Oh, great heavens! So, yeah. Q&R Home Improvement Edition. How do we fix this? Wow. Wild. Absolutely wild. Fish? Yeah, just add Cortex. Just add Cortex and the room is complete. Just a giant render of Cortex. Fish? You could have a TV out of the room and play fine. Yes. That's going to be a gaming room anyway. So worst case, cover it in photos and lithographs. Turn it into an underwater level for video games. Just get the seahorses from Aquaria Towers. Get the fish from Jack and Daxter. Just turn it into an underwater level themed game room and have at it. Have at it. Or just turn it into Aquaria Towers. Bow. Either way, have the door be a sound trip with the sonic. Yes, have the sonic drowning noise. Perfect. Bueno. Anxiety-inducing room. Absolutely. Just have at it. Embrace it. Don't hide from the cringe. Embrace the cringe. Relax in the fish room. Nothing bad will happen. We emphasize on the relaxing part. Don't worry. It will be fine. Da 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 da. Take care, Cube Lord. Thank you so much. That's okay. That's okay, Lazi. We absolutely love your it's gonna be great. You should donate life-size Spio to them if they turn into Aquaria Towers. Listen, don't offer me with a good time. I've already threatened to send stuff to Lazi, so if I ship that to Lazi though, it would probably cost like $400. I miss you too, Lazi. I hope to see you more often. And I know that you're busy with friends, and I know you're busy with grown-up stuff, but we miss you, and we love you, and you're always welcome here. Always. And we love you. Don't you dare send me more stuff. Listen, if it didn't cost me literally my left toe and a liver to send you things, you would be getting a whole bunch of packages. But I digress. All right. If you guys got anything, please let me know. Oh. If you guys got any questions, please fire them away. I'll try my best to answer them. That's a lot of things. It is. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Oh, great heavens. So, no. So that image... Okay. I'm going to say this. Okay? I'm going to say this. That art that we saw, okay? The art that we saw... What on earth? The art that we saw was... The art that we saw, I'm going to call it Schrodinger's hint. And it might seem funny. However, that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know if it is or isn't a hint. I can't tell you. I don't know. It could be. It might not be. And that's the thing. Is I don't know if it is or isn't. I don't know. Again, it might. It might not. Could be. Could be not. Oh, jeez. So, I think what that hint is... I think what the air quote hint is that it might be, it might not be. We don't know. We do not know. I don't know. We have to see. Hold on. So I think it's going to be Schrodinger's thing. Is it? Could be. Will it? Could be. I don't know. I hope that it is. I hope that it's something that... I hope that it is. I hope it is it, but I'm not sure. So one of the worst carpets that I have personally seen is was the carpet when my dad bought the cottage up north. It was so shaggy, and the place required so much work. And what we did was that we renovated other aspects of it first before we got to the carpet. But the thing was that when we started to renovate, there were so many nails and screws in the actual carpet that if you couldn't walk barefoot, you had to wear shoes inside. You had to. And because otherwise you would step on screws. So it was bad. It was pretty bad. I don't think Game Awards is necessarily like the final say all as to where it is. It could be, but I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is or not. I have no idea. I know that it is still going. I just don't know when we're going to see it because, again, it could be. I think if we don't hear something by Summer Game Fest by the next Summer Game Fest, I'm now saying, okay, now what's going on? So that's where I would go with. What's your relationship with being so perfect in video games? I don't understand what you mean. Are you saying like why we go for 100%ing in video games? Is that what you're saying, or what's I'm not sure what you mean. Not exactly. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. So I got a few minutes left, guys, and I gotta go. I'm just a pessimist who's about to ready to give up on both Crash and Spyro if neither of them shows up at the Game Awards this year. Well, I mean, hey, at least we're honest. Again, don't lose hope, but I would understand the frustration, but hold out. You got to try to hold out just a little longer. I don't know exactly when, but we'll get there. I get it too. Especially with I get it too, especially with the fact that there's all these little trickling hints. And I get it. And it's tough. But it's especially tough on my end because it's always been tough on my end because it's like when you know something and there's no way to fully prove it because of what's been going on. It's hard, man. It's really hard. So, but I get it. But you got to hold out. So, try your best. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time. That is all the time that we have for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with something. I don't know, but something. But I appreciate everyone stopping by. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video and our live stream. Time for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.